Hello and welcome. My name is Tina DeGraff and I'm an author and professional speaker on a mission to help you grow in faith, hope, and love. And today we're going to be talking about developing a heart of gratitude. If you're watching live or on the replay, I would love to connect with you in the comments below. This is part 2 in a 2-part series of where I'm talking about ways that we can develop a heart of thanks. We're commanded by God that we are to be thankful. And yet, if we're honest, this can be extremely difficult when we're focusing on our circumstances. We can be groaning, we can be complaining, and it's very difficult to move at times from a heart of thanklessness to a heart of thankfulness. And so the question is, can we transition from an ungrateful heart to a grateful heart? And I believe the answer is yes. When I focus on the promises of God, which we talked about last week in Facebook Live and on the blog, and we focus on the attributes of God, which is what we're going to talk about today, we can move into a heart of thanks. As a language arts teacher, I love reading the Bible as literature, and I was really drawn to the similes and the metaphors that talk about the character of God. And so I went on a quest to write these out, to type them out when I came across one of them. And I realized that there are so many different similes and metaphors that talk about who God is. In fact, when I counted them all up after many years of doing this, there were over 100. And I know that my list is not complete. God has told us that He is our creator. He's our helper. He's our father. He's our healer, sustainer, strength, refuge. All of these different things He is to us and can help us develop a heart of thanks because He is who we need Him to be. Wonderful God. And so today on the blog, I wrote out 7 of these different metaphors that help us understand who God is, one for each day of the week. And so you can go and each day look at that promise, look at that metaphor and say, wow, that's who God is. Feel free to print out this list for yourself or share the link with a friend who might be having a hard time developing a heart of thanks. Whether we are looking at the promises of God or the heart of God or the character of God, we know that we can trust Him, that He is worthy of our thanks and our praise. One example that can be found on the blog is Psalm 46, verse 1. I love this verse. It says, God is our refuge and strength and ever-present help in trouble. That is something that we can be thankful for, and there's many more listed throughout the Old Testament and the New Testament about who God is. If you're interested in the list of 31 promises that I mentioned last week on Facebook Live and on the blog, feel free to go to tinadegraff.com, TENADEGRAAF.com, under the category of contact/free resources, and just let me know that you would like the list of 31 promises. So whether we're focusing on the promises of God or the character of God, we can be thankful because He is a wonderful God who cares about each detail of our lives. And He's at work even if we can't see it or understand it. I wanted to let you also know that each Thursday I designate as a day of thanks. Now, we all know that we should be thanking God on a regular basis and not just on Thursdays. But throughout my social media platforms, I use the hashtag Thankful Thursday to help not only myself but everyone else develop a heart of thanks. And you can comment there on any of the social media to tell people what you're thankful for today. So today, feel free to go to tinadegraff.com, look at those different attributes of God, comment there, comment here, different things that you're thankful for. It can be just a daily blessing, it can be an answered prayer, maybe an unanswered prayer. It can be an attribute of God or also a promise of God. Whatever it is, tell us, what are you thankful for? There's always a reason to be thankful. That's what I have for you today. I want to thank you so much for joining us. I will be here next Monday, 9 o'clock Central Time, talking about another topic to help us all grow in faith, hope, and love. Until then, I wish you a wonderful week.